So this year for the lower belt bunkai, we're going to tackle Saifa Bunkai. Last year we worked with Sai Bunkai. This year for all gradings up to purple belt will be Saifa Bunkai. So Saifa is one of those katas that when you especially look at the opening move, anyone that has been in a fight that knows how quick arms are moving, get kicked and punched in the face, if you look at the opening movement, it feels a bit ridiculous going from this position to there and breaking out and having it explained as someone's grabbing my wrist. And from the wrist grab, I'm now going to step into the wrist, I'm going to break out of that grip, then I'm going to block the punch coming my way, and then I grab whatever I can, pull my opponent off balance, and hit them in the face. If this person was asking you directions on the street, going, excuse me sir, can you please help me? Okay, fine, they shouldn't be grabbing your arm, especially during COVID, but there's no real reason to go and smack them because of that. So what is the kata trying to teach us? Again, I don't think it starts from a position of we are in an argument and then someone grabs my wrist and now the fight starts. I think the kata already starts under the assumption you're in the fight. Someone grabs your wrist, break free of it. This is a more violent situation. Someone grabs your wrist, give them a smack. There's a lot of better ways of getting out of a wrist grab than going and working on some breakout technique against the thumbs. So, within the context of the fight is already going on, this means my opponent maybe has me, grabbing me, whatever's happening, the kata looks at stepping to the side. Okay, so from a strategic point of view, if this is my line of fire here, my center to my opponent's center, best place for me to be is on the side. Right, so that makes sense. From a strategic point of view, I'm in the fight, I need to get to the side of my opponent. It starts with the right hand, it also shows the left hand. The reason it shows you twice with the right and once with the left is odds are you're going to be using your strong hand to pull your opponent. And you'll understand what I mean with pulling your opponent just now. So if you are in the fight here, grabbing your opponent's head, now understanding their culture, the Japanese culture at that time, Chinese culture, where the kata came from, long hair. So there was enough hair to grab. Shorter hair, not going to be as efficient from Saifa's point of view of grabbing the hair, but there are other ways around that. For example, just cupping the neck. So from here, we're in the fight, fight goes on, we find the gap, we seize the hair, we step to the side, and we pull the hair down to our hip. So a bit difficult with the dummy here, but visualize grabbing the hair, and I am stepping into the crook of the neck here. So grab, pull. Once I've pulled my opponent to my hip, nothing stops me from knee kicking and hitting them. But now I want to finish the fight. So from this position, my left hand goes around the neck. It cups the chin. It wants to go around the head. And then I'm going to pull my hip up. And I'm going to twist my opponent's neck and flip them over. So let's look at, for example, Max the dummy here. I've now pulled my opponent's hair to my hip. Fight's still going on. Cut the chin. I'm going to use my hip. And I want to turn my opponent's neck. And whatever damage is done is done. You need to decide how much damage you want to inflict there. But again, just to understand, the idea behind the opening movement is I'm stepping against my opponent. There have been knees and elbows thrown. I find a situation where I can grab my opponent's hair and I'm yanking the hair down to my hip. 1. Grab the chin, pull the hip up, twist the neck around. So that is what I see as the opening movement of the kata. The next part that is usually shown together with this, in my mind, has a different application. It is 2 parts placed into one to make it difficult to understand what's going on. So, let's ignore Max for a while. We are just looking at 1 and 2, nothing else. We're in the fight. We are trading punches and kicks. We grab the hair. We slide with the right leg in. So especially if I was left leg in front here, my right leg's going to step forward. I'm going to trap the chin. And I'm going to yank the neck around. Where the head goes, the body should follow. If it doesn't, you've already won the fight. Right, experiment a bit with that. Please, if you're doing this with a partner, just be careful of any neck injuries. Enjoy.